So yeah, it's going to be interesting, certainly one that we're going to enjoy. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe this is where we started our day out on Ancient. I think it's one of the first few maps we saw, obviously with OG qualifying over the Outsiders team. It's the first map of the lot. The question is it going to be our last of today as well? It's up to K23 to make that decision a reality. They start on the T side. Let's see how things go. And are Monte going to be able to provide the bang that we're looking for to take us to Dust 2?
I'll wait and see. T-side start for K23, and now normally I'd lean in for, T-side is so difficult, but we've already seen today how good a T-side can be, as we saw from Outsiders. So I'm not going to say anything as of just yet. In towards mid, since the approach. Opening point of contact is Warrow, the now known IGL of Monte. Take face, couple of pop shots, and then fall away.
Nice to see that, again, it's a more disciplined, more slow approach, less vocal, that K23 want to go for fast pushes and big rounds and the haymakers already being thrown in. Instead, it's a lot more passive, preserved. X5 catching Fessor in isolation. Raijin a second. Demka, nice with the USP, but he's accounted for by Exit Powers. P250, Warrow 2K. Gonna find one. The bomb carrier trying to be put to sleep. Warrow, he can only do the damage. Clax stays alive. Ultimately with a bomb plant as well. Monte, the chances halve. Warrow and Joel, no kit between them. Certainly got some aim between them though. Finnegan going to take down the Warrow powerhouse, and it's all left on Joel. Two different angles to hold from. Can't get it done. Finnegan's double. K23's pistol.
Yeah, impressive of them. K23, it already looked like things are starting a little bit dicey. You know, with Warrow in towards mid, you see a lot of people pick up a kill, fall back from it. And I was worried that was going to be the case. K23 with no deep mid smoke, not even a donut smoke coming through as well. You got concerned for a second. Warrow falls off, and once they get that mid control, it only goes one way. So for now, great start for K23. Unfortunately, I think we're met with a tech pause straight off the back of it. So hopefully, nothing too problematic. But,
word on the street is Joel's put his fist through his monitor.
Yeah, exactly.
Joking. It's not a BNE when they qualify for the major. It's nothing like that.
Exactly. Do you know what? Just speaking of, I've actually got a very sort of funny story, but I can't remember exactly who the individual was. But one of my first ever like tier 2, tier 3 casts way back when. I can't remember exactly the tournament. It was on Dust 2, and someone lost a force buy, and the game had to be cancelled because one of the players put a fist through his monitor and they couldn't find a substitute. Like, he actually genuinely broke his monitor by punching it. Good times.
Love it, mate.
Good old times. Dust 2, you losing a force buy. I'd do the same.
Yeah, I mean, the weirdest tech timeout I think I've had is like, I don't know, a bit difficult really. Maybe like the whole water on desk kind of thing.
Water on keyboard's a classic, yeah.
Yeah, then it like spills into the keyboard, fries everything. Like, oh, I need new mouse, need new headset, whatever.
Yeah.
A couple of broken headsets, I reckon, in my lifetime. Always people saying TeamSpeak issues. That's not going to be
mouse
the case
running out of battery. I've seen that one a couple of times.
You're the king of not charging your mouse. So
yeah, speaking of it, he's actually on red right now. It's crumbling.
Well, right now, in this very moment here, when your job is simply to look at the screen and to talk about what's in front of you, do you not have your mouse on charge?
No, because my spare USB port is being used for my lovely background lighting.
The window.
Huh? No,
nothing, mate.
My stand-on one. So, I also don't know where the cable is, to be perfectly honest. But, so far, 1-0 start for K23. We are in a tech pause. We actually don't know what it is for now. So, hopefully, we can get an update. Maybe someone from production can let us know. It's a mic issue. Simple as. Get that one sorted, hopefully momentarily. Might be a change of headphones, but ladies, do not worry. We're back with you in just a second, and we can get this show back on the road. For now, though, we see a 1-0 start for them. For Monte, the investment's probably... I'm going to assume they'll just go for a save here. I don't see the point in force buying in towards the second round. You know, Warrow's essentially a rich man with 2.6k. Around that, it's not looking too great. I mean, and over towards the T side, they're fine. You know, they got money to work with. A bomb plant does mean at the very least they can pick up some sort of a healthy investment. We see an AK picked up an XE power. I'm expecting Galil's maybe or a Mac 10 to support the likes of what Finnegan's got so far. Farm a bit of cash, get a little bit of a long-term economy built up, but you can't really complain if you're K23. It's all right.
Zark's doing a brilliant job showing us around the walls of Ancient. we had a little chat yesterday. I remember Zox had to babysit me a little bit in where everything was. But the map and the cinematics perfectly illustrating Ancient, the newest map in the pool.
They're playing
Mate,
Catch the Pistols.
It's like you know, like water features, like in a fountain, like the water like spews up over the top.
But it's a Glock.
It's a pistol. Yeah, it is a pistol. Yeah, no worries at all. Just taking us through. This map's very green, I must admit. Like looking at it, Ancient is such a green map. I hate Cache, but I love Ancient. Like new Cache, obviously. And I feel like Ancient's a little bit greener than Cache, and the reason why I hate Cache is because it's so green. I don't know, but this map's like easily in like the top 3. You know, when I play pugs with the other casting homies and whatever. When I went to LAN with other casters, all had a good time at I-Series. We just played a bit of Ancient, mate. We loved it. Couldn't get enough of it.
It's not a bad map. Not a bad map.
No, it's not.
It's CT-sided map in the pool, and actually one of the most picked maps. We were going to have this conversation earlier about what's the most picked maps. I do actually have a little list here, but this is earlier as of game 1 of the day. It's probably had a couple of changes since, but as of when we kickstarted our broadcast today, the most picked map in the pool was Nuke, in fact. 10 times within Group A, 5 times within Group B. Mirage just in behind, and Dust 2, and an Ancient following as well. So one of the more picked maps, surprisingly as well. And then Overpass is the least picked map as of the start of today's broadcast. So Overpass not really in their favour anymore. Catch the Glocks, Raijin keeping herself entertained.
It happens. Not to mention, this is the first time that Monte are playing this map. So yeah, definitely going to be difficult for them. K23 having taken the pistol. And a bit of a tech pause here. We're going to be sending it to a break. When we are back, though, hopefully it's straight with the action. We'll be back after this.
To my face, tell me now why you want to wait. Running out of words you wanna say. I've been looking for you, looking for you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bit of a tech break. We had to replace a PC. That's the go-to. It was a headset issue. I'm guessing headset didn't work with the PC problems. Just to speed things up a bit, the old switcheroo. Out with one, in with a new. And we're right back into the action here. Picking up exactly where we left off. K23, they had the pistol.
It was actually a Monte tech issue as well. Did the comms affect their pistol round? We'll never know. Is that the reason they lost it? Or is it because they did just lose their aim drills? We'll actually never know. Who knows? For now, Monte, the investment is just a scout, couple of pistols to support. Donut control already looking pretty nice over towards K23. They can make a wrap on towards the site quite comfortably. And they're going to test it. Molly will come through, deny some rotation into his back. Platters Joel for the first.
And a second with that 5-7. Red Star still hammering home with that Deagle, Extra Power and Raijin though. Keeping things cool for the K23 side. Seems to be the break that they've had. Monte feeling fired up, want their way back in. Unfortunately, they are still numbers disadvantage. Extra Power taking the fight on 60 points of health. That's not an engagement you want to be fighting with a scout. Demka spotting clax, but of course it goes both ways. Warrow will swing forward. But a 1v3 for the big man. I think it's just a little too much to ask for here. A follow-up round for K23 means no money for the CT side. Nice tag up as well. Flashbang in. Warrow heard it. He was expecting the peak. His timing was good. But the weapon just too lackluster. K23 follow up.
For the all-party GL of this roster, he's only going to be able to find out one kill. Bit of damage is one towards X-File, but that's all it is. Safe call being made there just to keep that scout in play. It's better than nothing, but for this time out for Monte, it will just be a low buy around it. Couple of pistols here and there, but that's about it. Oh no.
No,
It's another pause.
Dude, come on.
I think it might be time for another PC to come into play here. But we are, unfortunately, gentlemen, in another tech pause. We don't actually know this time. It could be a different case. We don't know what's the reason. We're hoping that the mic is working this time.
Someone needs a toilet break. That's the hope.
Yeah. Have they tried plugging it back in again? In and out?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Word. Oh, I can't say. Never mind. Words from the admin. I can't say on the stream. But our lovely producer has just told us that it is the same issues as before. So, God knows what's going to happen now. I don't know. A new PC. That'd be my solution. Bring them all. Just get them on every single one. Just all at the same time. If it's a Monte issues, let's have 10 Warrow 2Ks in the server. Maybe then they can take a map off of K23. You know? I don't know. But if it's the same issue, then I don't know, guys. I don't know how long it's going to be. We don't know how long we're going to be here. I don't know how long we're going to be forced to look at Ancient before a PC issue has been resolved. We love it. We love it. Well, we don't. But only adds to the animosity of this game. Ooh, you know, big words. All on the line. Elimination match. PC's not working. Both teams getting agitated. Warrow 2K stands up, screams in the faces of K23, and then absolutely demolishes them on the server. That's what I reckon is going to happen. But for now, we wait, hoping that said PC issue is resolved.
That's it. I mean, there's very little we can say right now. Do you know what we could do, though? Something that I've been kind of keeping an eye on is scores on the doors on some of the other streams. I'm assuming most people are probably watching this in squad mode. If you're not, I do recommend it. You kind of get to watch all streams at once. Falcons Heat, the French derby there. Falcons took map number 1. So last time out as well that those two played, he actually ended up winning it. So a very interesting game. Of course, they know each other so well. So that one's pretty cool to see. So Falcons, they took the first map, but it's looking like they're probably going to lose the second. Not looking too good for them. Enterprise are playing in another tournament, which is cool to see those guys. I've kind of a few individuals for them. I've been standing out in a similar fashion to K23. It was kind of a world in which people were saying about him getting picked up by some of these bigger organizations later on down the line as well. Game of Legion Bait, that's an awesome game. You know, we've kind of all been looking towards kind of Shuhei.
The storylines, everything you know, that game is sick.
Either of them making it is massive as well, because for Bait, I think the large majority of people would have said that, you know, Bait, myself included, in fact, would have probably, you know, even gone with the assumption Bait go 0-3, just because
Yeah.
There's not too much known about them, but I mean, credit to them. Beta really impressed. We also saw that victory against Fnatic, which we covered, which was awesome. That was on Ancient and was a ridiculously good showing. They started things off with their game against Ecstatic. They were 15-2 up, but they choked it all the way to overtime and then sealed the deal on Nuke, 19-16. Then they lost to Sprout, but they took a map off Sprout, which is very impressive, it's safe to say. And then for Gamer Legion, of course, the big news that everybody's speaking about is they knocked G2 out the RMR. G2 are not attending the major. The 5th best team in the world are not going to the major because Gamer Legion knocked them out. I credit to Shuhi as well. I mean, like, a calling masterclass from him. And Acor has been unbelievably good since he's joined the side.
So, waiting for, hopefully, the headset to come magically back to life. We do believe it's a headset issues, right? So,
yeah.
It's always going to be good fun. Okay, do you know what? We'll go to a break. Instead of us filling the air with, you know, us rambling on about Counter-Strike and then whatever else comes to mind eventually when we run out of stuff to talk about here in the RMRs, we'll let you jam out in the Twitch chat. We'll let you enjoy the tunes, have a little break. When we're back, hopefully everything is fixed. We'll be back after this. Stick with us, K23, map 2, up to nothing.
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we hope that the tech issues are out of the way, but we really have no idea. We can make an assumption that the microphone is now still working as K23 are 2-0 up. Monte, of course, they force-bought in towards the previous and now coming in towards round number 3. All they've got to work with is just the scout and the pistols, and the scout starting well. Extra power 4s. Warrow, what a shot from him. The answer back is with the util, but even still, not a bad start at the very least. They're still trying to brute force their way on towards this B site, and it's quite the risk, but Finnegan, IGL answers back with a double on towards Demka. Fessa to fall as well. Numbers dwindling towards Monte. And the bomb collected and a decision to be made. Now, of course, for K23, what do they want to do off the back of it? They have the better firepower. They have the better utility too. And numbers looking preferable over towards that T side. For Monte, not exactly the same case. A scout, 5-7 on the P250 to try and make this work. Pop shot coming through. Not going to find his target. That tempo comes to a little bit of a grinding hole. As things stand for K23, they're in a good position, but they need to be cautious not to let this one slip. And everyone is still posted up over towards this B site. It's going to be an all-out brawl. First spotted. Joel dinked, in fact, as Warrow will fall. Numbers dwindling. The pistols surely not long-lived for this world. Raijin for a 3k to see things out. One casualty. Not really the end of the world. K23, flawless start.
Very, very easy. Obviously, that round was against pistols, so no need to hit the panic button too much if you're a Monte supporter. But it certainly doesn't look too, I don't know, too good. 3-0, your T-side Ancient. You're already off to such a blistering start. Monte needs to start picking up the pace quickly if they want to take Ancient on and take K23 by the horns. Otherwise, I fear that this could be a very one-sided performance and a very, very quick second map.
I think it's definitely a possibility of that sort of conversation. Well, full battle both ways. Monte, this is the true test. This is their first attempt at trying to make something work. Pop shot come through, and that'll going to be just a bit of a warning to Fessa to maybe take a little bit more of a passive approach.
Raijin spotted out. Finnegan trades. K23 just opening things up piece by piece. They're finding frags and little response on the B site. And I mean, the fact that we're only playing 2 on B, 1 in cave, 1 on site. No gamble taken by the Monte team. Fessa, he's at least going to roll the dice and bring some advantages back. Clax, oh, Clax gets away with 2 and his life. Warrow would have spotted out X5, who's dancing back and forth between the pillar just to keep his life and to wind down the seconds. Clax spotting out more. X5 another. Warrow 2Ks. Orc does deliver and a second kill to his name as well, but expecting a flank from behind. Will he expect up close? Extra power hits the shot. P250 drawn. And that's K23 up to a 4th. It was made costly. The T side paid for it. But Monte, they still sit worse off despite doing good damage.
You're very close there, I have to say. That was with a leg shot. We've seen a world in which that doesn't work. And credit as well to Monte. They made that much closer than it probably should have been. Warrow individually stepping up again. But not the case. And of course, in losing that round, Monte's economy goes back to nada. Nothing in the bank for them. Just the pistols to come out in towards round number 5. For K23, it should be them putting up 5 all pretty comfortably. I can't see a world in which they don't.
I mean, if it was a gamble stack towards A, maybe we'd believe a little bit more. Joel.
Okay, alright.
Nice shot. Oh, good damage by Joel. Sure, it's not a second kill, but 2 players very, very low. Finnegan also taking a fight. Demka in middle, eliminated. Bomb plant, surely this is just tap from extra power. Yes, indeed. Baits out the swing. Red Star goes running through the smoke. And all hope restored. X5 with the remaining 2. K23 up to a 5th. And Monte, they get to rebuy, but chances are starting to run out already here on the CT side.
Yeah, they are just a little bit, right? I mean, we're getting to a point now where we do have to be very cautious about what's happening over towards Monte. Just not letting the slip, because you got to remember, this is statistically the most CT-sided map in the pool, and the fact that we're already seeing such a strong kind of a, I guess, statement being made here by K23, and on a map in which Monte have no experience on an HLTV, no officials under their belts, you do get very worried about, are they just going to be outplayed on a consistent basis on towards Ancient?
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. You just walk into the molly. Fessa's sort of edging Demka in. And he takes 80 points of health for it as well. Not to mention Warrow aggressive in middle. Nails the shot to X5. Brilliant adjustment. Flick found. 4 versus 4. Raijin also getting tagged up in the Engagements in middle. I think maybe legged by the AWP would be my best guess. So actually, despite K23 finding themselves in a pole position at the beginning of the round, it was 180 damage done. X5 whittled out with some uncontrolled aggression in mid. Raijin now left to lurk as the remaining 3 head towards B. This rotation from Monte is perfect. They're set up ready for this one. I think K23 are about to know what it feels like to lose here on Ancient.
Yeah, I think you're right. Clax, unless you can hit something special, this is going to be so hard. Warrow pulls off the worst time. Smoking towards front sight might open the gap a little bit. And Clax punishes.
Fessa not even looking the right way, dude. Thinking the cave lurk was going to be something that he's cautious of. It's Joel in the 1v4. Finds the first. 3 more to go. And that was the best chance of Monte securing themselves around on the board. But they fall second best yet again. Joel's looking for ways out. That's where Raijin becomes your main man. Did he hear him? Indeed. He's able to slice out Raijin from the equation. But still, numbers, time, money, everything. It all falls in the court of K23. A 6th round, 6 in a row. And scoreless, the Monte side stand. Running away with it, the T side.
Yeah, they are. I mean, this is actually now pretty concerning about what we're seeing coming forward. I mean, it's been a pretty bad showing, and that was their best opportunity, especially when Clax was so low on HP, and of course the position known of. The fact that we've seen now K23 walk away with yet another round in their favour off the back of individual brilliance from Clax is cause for concern. Alarm bells starting to ring off. It's been a flawless T-side performance thus far from K23, and you do get worried. You get very worried about what the kind of approach is now. For Monte, yes, we see somewhat of a full buyout for them. A double M4A1S and AK-47 double MP9. There's more the double MP9s that sort of worry me.
Demka. Trying to roast marshmallows. Steps a bit too close to the fire. It's burnt out a little bit. Joel, AK-47 over the top of the smoke, finding 1 extra power. Just allowing Demka to walk on in. Fessa standing on pillar, jumps up. That's his life gone. Cooked himself to that fight. Clax another. K23 just look effortless here on the T side. That's 7 in a row. And another save call for Monte. They just can't get around here on the T side.
Yeah, they want nothing to do with this. Again, probably the best decision, to be perfectly honest, but even still, you really are starting to get increasingly worried about what the approach is here by Monte. When they go aggressive, they get punished. When they play passive, they get punished. So how do they try and turn the tides? And that's where you look towards the IHL, of course, who we now know is Warrow. While he individually is fragging, he needs to now make kind of the right steps to get the others on the same, kind of on the board, on the same way he is. It's tough. It's tough, but as things stand, yeah, 7-0, K23, they're 1 round away from guaranteeing a lead at the half without response. I mean, there's very little you can say on a negative note towards K23 and very little you can say on a positive note towards Monte right now.
Timeout, first one for Monte. Feels like this one comes maybe a little bit too late in the cycle. 7 rounds on the T side. I mean, even if Monte are to win the rest, I think you very much know how this one is going to go. K23. It was a gamble that they tried to make here in the veto. Monte yet to play it. No one wanted to test them on it. Up until this point in a best of 3, K23 were comfortable that no matter what Monte brought to the table, that they'd be better at it. That, well, certainly looks to be the case as of right now. If the 7 rounds is a showcase for anything to go by, Monte, they need nothing short of a miracle to get back into this game.
That's it. That is definitely the best way to put it. Smoking towards front door, not Joel playing anti. Not going to take too much of a face here. They do have good mid control. That's a positive for Monte. Off the back of that, they can deny that split coming through. Donut is going to be a premise which they don't have to be too worried about. Still a pop over towards A. There's actually no one on the walls towards the site. Only one towards CT.
I mean, that's just because they've committed so many times in a row towards B. Monte played a gamble with the guns that they have. And just when you think Monte might just be able to stack the site and win a round, they just run rings around them, go to the other side of the map. None the wiser. K23. A couple of these players actually are quite low, so certainly got to be careful. Raijin through the smoke. Joel Just couldn't even fire a bullet off in the direction. That would have been enough to take down Raijin. Red Star will do the heavy lifting to kickstart this Monte retake. But as Demka shifts in towards CT, K23 double up towards Temple. And I feel like this round, yet again, time is an issue. Numbers are an issue. Money is an issue. And rounds, certainly at the top of the sheet, are the problems that K23 aren't having right now. Monte, the polar opposite, 8-0, 0 on the CT side.
I'm trying to figure out ways I can kind of be positive here, but again, for Monte, they are just being outplayed in every single way, outcalled as well, and credit to Finnegan for that. That's a really good pop over towards the A site. You mentioned so many times now they've shown their presence over towards B ramp and then a little bit in towards mid. This time out, Monte gamble stacking towards mid. A couple of players go very, very aggro in terms of the utility. Good presence over towards B, and it's a free to walk all the way onto the A side. They got one player playing nice and deep in towards CT. Doesn't cause an issue. This time, Clax goes fast over towards A. Or B even.
I know, mate. I'm agreeing with you. The site certainly should be switched.
Yeah, I still haven't learned. Oh, no.
Yeah. I mean, man, it's a shame. It is really a shame. It would be the second 16-0 of the RMR, both of which on Ancient. It was G2 that took down Ecstatic. That was the 16-0, the first and only, I do believe, this RMR.
Isn't it funny as well that G2 went from 16-0 into going 1-3?
Stop.
How does that happen?
It hurts.
How does that happen? 16-0 to kickstart these against Ecstatic. Like, oh, these guys will be fine. 1-3.
Late in the cycle, Red Star just attempting whatever at this point. I think Monte know. They just need something, a bit of luck, a bit of a chance, an opportunity. It's just not giving them anything though here. The CT side, second best again. 9-0, K23 on the T side. Running rings around the Monte gentlemen. And it hurts because they gave K23 a real run for their money on their map pick and Mirage. Now K23's domain, it's K23's era.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of already was talking about, how close things were on towards Mirage. That's great. If Monte can put it the same sort of fight, we can have a really interesting series start to open up, and they are absolutely a shadow of their former selves on towards Ancient. It's a great pick by K23 as well. They know they were having a stark advantage, and it's showing. Fastest to 4, Clax only good for 1. Waro makes it a double, and Demq going to answer as well. The NATO come forward. I don't think it'll cause too much of an issue. Bit of damage dealt, but look at it now, 2 versus 4.
There we go, Monte. There we go. We like that. We like to see it. Delivering. Only took them 10 rounds. But they might just find themselves on the board. I mean, there should be no logical way that they lose this round. Just play for trades. Hold your util. Hold your nerve. Just got to chill for the next minute. Oh, mate. How close do they want to get with the Orbs? Exa power. Providing a chance, although unknown for K23. 2 of these 4 players, half the remaining CTs, are a whisker away from death. Just trying to play with the timings now, Exa power. Finnegan thinking about getting aggressive on ramp. I mean, you might as well. You've got all the money in the world here on these remaining 2 players. Maybe don't give up the AWP, but the AK is certainly a commodity at this point for the K23 lads. Flashes are out. They want to go peek in 20 seconds. Do you really want to test this? Finnegan with the opener. 18 left. You seeing that okay hand, by the way, in the distance?
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know, distracted too easily. But I think there is a harsh reality here, and that is Monte on the board. 9-1.
First on the board. Finally, we see kind of Monte and what they can actually do. I mean, maybe you can make the argument a little bit of fortune. The MP9's causing some problems, but even still, I think for K23, there was a case to be made about them being overconfident, too comfortable as well. I think they just thought they could just waltz their way on towards the B side and just pug their way on, but not to be. Monte answer back, weapons for them to use with now as well, and of course, Warrior picking up the AWP is a massive bonus.
X5. Right back on track. A second kill. Yeah, I don't know about that, Exa power. Especially with the AWP of all weapons. Runs it right in. Monte. Still in a 4v4 though. They don't really share an advantage in this round. It's quite level at this point in time. And although things look close in map 1, this just looks too good to be true right now for K23, especially if they can make it a 10th. Money on the CT side. Maybe can establish one more buy between them. And then it's ecos, then it's, you know, more chances gone. And then it's less chance of staying in the RMR and less chance qualifying for Rio.
X5 caught by the flash. I don't think it actually made its intended target. Molly at least will force Fessa back. Right, just be careful. His head can be spotted, and it is. Fessa, a couple of pop shots, not going to find his mark, and he'll rotate back over towards Cave. Excavation needs to be a bit of a priority, because that split does have some potential. Speaking of splits, K23 are playing a 2-2 split. 2 over towards B side in the fake, and 2 who are just about to waltz on towards A. Looking at minimap, ladies and gentlemen, top left. They've got the site for free. This is an elaborate fake.
All a ruse. All a joke on the B site execute here for Monte. And look at this. Oh, X5. X5, you animal. Let them run by. Let them overthink. Let them run into your crosshair. 2 versus 2. Red Star finding the trade. Finnegan from CT. And that is a round done perfectly by K23. Didn't overcook it. It's not underdone. Perfect timing. Perfect space. And what a perfect round from what? 4v3. 2v1 in favour of K23. Red Star. He's done. He's happy losing this one. It's double digits in the T side for K23.
That's a masterclass of a call there from Finnegan too. I mean, that mid-run adjustment's brilliant. They already kind of show their presence over towards that B-ramp position. They have a little look in, see what they can find. And then they just leave 2 there. The other 2 can go for a slow rotate all the way back through that T-spawn. And comfortably just waltz through main on towards A. Finnegan's called that to perfection. He's really outdone himself. As, again, that leaves extended to 9 rounds. 10-1 on the T side. And I know, Retro, you've been a bit of a statsman. I'm not really too sure how many comebacks we've seen from this sort of position when it's 10-1 T side. But being one of the most CT-sided maps in the pool, I gotta say, it's probably very, very small, if not even non-existent. Monte, they have got a tall order ahead of them to try and get back into this.
I'll let you know. We'll see how the end of this round goes, and then I'll tell you, like, in real time what it is, because it'll take a second for me to find out. Certainly does not look good. A 10-1 lead on the T side. Could be for 11 as well. X5 is an animal so far. That's filthy. Wanders right in, finds the kill. Spam out Demka, a double. Red Star, another clax. Just holds mouse 1. Doubles up. Red Star and Joel just fall into the jaws of the rifle. And Waro 2K's Orp left to do it all here in the steps, here in the running. Knows clax is coming from A. Can he hit the shot, Mr. Waro? Yes, he can. Now, it's a race for B. Both players know.
Yeah.
It rotates on. Unless Exapower, and imagine, oh, I was going to say, moves back through mid and goes to Donut. No. He makes it fast towards B. He wants the plant. He wants the chance. He plants in the open. Oh, I don't know, Exapower. Oh, my words. So fast. Waro, USP, drawn. Exapower, does he expect it? The dink is there. The second one, of course. Waro will collect a second for Monte. A 1v2. Another clutch. Another heroic. Sure, it's not the biggest one of them all, but it's certainly a round that helped Monte out majorly. 10
a huge round.
to 2. Of all time in 10 to 2 games. You'll be surprised. 940 times we've seen this situation. Oh no, I tell a lie. I'm on the complete wrong side of things. T side, 10-2. 943 times have we seen a CT side go 2-10 down. 91.4% of the time the T side win.
That's not exactly
it's
a statistic.
Doesn't bring the joy that you'd expect maybe for Monte.
Yeah, not a statistic you want to be hearing if you want in Monte to try and pick up map number 2, push Sun towards the side. K23 in a very, very good position. Great clutch there by Waro, but that's what it takes for this side to find success. Individuals stepping up on a massive note. For now, Smoker coming towards doors, denying a little bit of their presence. Demka is hurt. Raiden, that's so aggro. Messy, but he finds Fessa on the left, and he's going to still hold W in his own Molotov. A lot of damage dealt, but he's looking for more damage.
It's Demka. He would have been bricking it. It's getting spammed through the wall. A couple of extra shots that collect through there. Demka's a dead man. 5v4, it's in favour of the T side. It's an unexpected push, but a very, very expected scenario. Monte down by 1. And it has been a clutch and a 3K that put Monte's both rounds on the map. Warrow going to bring the numbers back level. HE going in close left. Demka needs to dodge. 33 points of health. Joel making a jump spot. And the AWP is detected. In the meantime, A vacant. Bomb's going to rotate. K23 do it dirty again. This time, better numbers, better chances.
Yeah, HP as well over towards Demka is a little bit of a cause for concern, may I say. But it's Warrow to open things up as the smoke dissipates. Whoever wins this fight gets a good amount of control towards the site. That is Joel. 2 versus 4. X5 asleep at the wheel, and Joel makes it a double. Exibal is all alone in a 1 versus 3, and he is nowhere to be seen. They're all staying a play as a priority with 3 seconds left on the clock. That's what he'll do. He'll tick across into the next. Monte make it a third. He's starting to claim their way back in towards consideration here on Ancient.
That's insane. That is quite the result for Monte. 3 rounds though on the T side. I'm just as unconvinced as the start of the last round. You are going to need to put on a spectacle for me to batter an eyelid or raise an eyebrow at a possibility of a third map. Surely K23 will have the composure to close this. It's the penultimate of this first half. So a half buy is sensible. And Demka starting to find his footing here in the map 2 of Ancient. He's going aggressive. Getting in the faces of K23. Finding the kills. Joel, in the meantime, needs to take a different approach towards A. Bow down to the control of K23. Red Star going to be here to hold his hand.
Yeah, tempo right down for X-Power here. Quite risky. They're going to go for the boost over the smoke, but it's starting already to dissipate. There could be a space which Festa can see above it. Doesn't matter, Festa will fall. And the trade doesn't come through either.
Demka, I mean, he can't really give up mid, but he can't stick around because he's on his own. It's such a difficult scenario to be in a 4v4. They give up the mid presence. Smoke going to be set up towards Donut. That's what X5 is lining up right now. Another smoke on Clax, wondering if he's going to launch one in. Flashbang, Joel, not blind. Second one, doesn't touch him either. First is his, Clax. Deagle does find it. Red Star's swing. In time with the smoke going up. Warrow's going to move on in. X5, it's a narrow one. Threading the needle, finds it. 2 versus 2. Red Star swings. Finnegan gone. 17 seconds. X5. I think the AWP is better kept in the next. He's going to give it his go. And his best effort, Red Star could wander out, but Demka's got his back. That is a brilliant job from the remaining 2 players. 4 on the board for Monte. One more chance on the CT side to close the gap as best as they can.
It's about time we see a bit of this kind of Monte success on towards their CT. It's much, much better this hold from them. They're just playing the numbers game. It's simple, it's effective, but it's working. That's all that matters. Start chipping away at this mammoth of a kind of a deficit, and there's a conversation to be had. Thus far, I still think the road to recovery is pretty long, but all the same. Monte is still opening that door, swinging in towards mid. Red Star will find the first. Not able to convert it towards a second, as X5 will trade.
Clax, he would have spotted Fessa. Knows, sees, trying to capitalize. It's a good spam. The nade could be even better. And but whoa! Whoa! Joel's just gone running through the mid smoke. X5 to punish. Warrow 2K and Demka both with kills. 2 versus 3. X5 has them locked out of A. It is a rotate. It would have been heard. Demka's footsteps notable enough for X5 to hold position. And as the bomb does go down, Molly towards Donut. Exapower's making noise, trying to sell as much as he can. Demka through middle. Does he go, or is it through CT? Checks into Red Room. Quick check out for him. Gonna hold the angle. Sees the step. Here's the noise. But of course, Demka wins it. 1v3, extra power, lining up the first smoke onto the molly. Doesn't see Waro coming from main. And it is 10-5, 10-second stick. Doesn't matter, they've got the time either way. And it will indeed be 5 on the board for Monte. It was a very slow start, 9 consecutive for K23. Monte started to find their footing, but on the CT side, it feels like it's a bit too late in the cycle. Let's see if they can get a pistol and start racking up some rounds and make this one entertaining, or if K23 are going to just definitively close it out in 2. We'll find out if they can after the break. Don't go anywhere. K23 10, Monte 5. First half that put K23 on the board, their T side consisting of pure dominance. 6 rounds away from knocking Monte out of the RMRs and giving themselves a shot at the Rio themselves. It would be in the 2-2 stage if K23 are able to put name to face and jot down 6 more rounds to create the story of a lifetime. Pistol round, do or die for Monte. Win or lose for K23, they'll still have an advantage. But winning this certainly would be a big nail in the coffins of the European squad.
Let's take a look. Pistols have been pretty good for K23. Monte, coin flippy at times. In towards mid they go. They've got control out towards excavation. And you can see K23, they're sort of expecting just a quick A-pop to come through. And now they've gambled like back over towards that B side because look at the wrap. Look how much information clax has got. They know the hit is sort of being set up towards B, but so I say, by giving up donut control, there's a free path towards A. It's like flank on flank.
Yeah. They'll be like, dude, guys, A's clear. K23 are like, yo, I've got the flank. Clax. It's me. I'm in a good position. Not going to be the case, sir. You thought you had the read. Monte just had a better one. Waro as the IGL. he would be summoning the troops back across. And there you go, bomb plant. Hold on. How have we let that one happen? Probably through middle. Exit power, Finnegan, Raiden, all ready. Warrow 2K P250, certainly not off to a good start. Stuck in that corner, hitting the shots anyway. Exit power for another. Fesser's Glock, Warrow 2K again. And it is looking very yellow right now in the kill feeds. K23, a pistol would have helped, but they want to do it the hard way. Nice done, X5. Nice 2K. But K23, second best. It's Monte up to 6.
Yeah, it's great hard. I mean, Warren behind. He's just cutting rotations. 2K in the name, 2K in the game. It's great for them, for Monte to find their sick. They're starting to really turn things around until danger. I don't think this is a possibility, but now as things start to open up, maybe this can be the case, because for Monte, it's looking pretty good. Already they can get a pretty comfortable buy under their belt. We see an AK picked up by Joel. Fesser can invest as well with the Galil to support the likes of Demka. Red Star with a Max 10. Warrior actually could go for the AK now. AK armor and no utility if he really wants to. Over towards K23. Attack pause called. And I can't really expect the decision to be a force buy here.
I mean, it would just be a bit silly, wouldn't it? Too hasty. I mean, maybe they just want utility. They think that, you know, they can just outclass them, nades, mollies, everything. In which case, you would go for the force buy here. You'd eco in the next one. The loss bonus looks a little bit better. No. $200 on 2 players, but there's only 1 flashbang. Is there a Zeus? That is now the question I'm asking. I think these HUDs show when a Zeus is bought. Yeah, baby! Raijin, my man.
Can you find anything with it? I'll have to wait and see. He's posted up in towards cave. He's waiting for it. If they had any kill here, that'd be really nice. For K23, I can't expect too much. It's a minimal investment. 1 flash, 1 Zeus, that's it. A kill would be lovely. It's probably still quite improbable.
Warrow 2K creating holes yet again in the CT side. Summoning the troops back towards A. Feels like it's a very, very similar fate to the pistol, where it was Warrow doing all the lurking, all the info gathering, and then everyone else just kind of slots into place. The bomb is planted. K23 will hear about it. I don't think they'll ever be able to look at it. I think they're going to find themselves with a 7th round conceded. Pistol is just looking to create some havoc. That Mac 10 of Red Star certainly going to be looking to hunt down and make some mega cash off of it. Astralis stack on the fly from K23. The Galils that kind of get rid of them. Exit power, drawing out the USP. Yeah, you're never going to get the reload off. Give it your best shot. 2 kills, that's good enough for them. Good enough for Monte. They're up to 7.
It's a positive, isn't it? They get themselves a couple of kills. A silver lining in what is a round that was never really kind of tipped in their favour. The odds were pretty against them. No investment. Just a Zeus and a flash. You don't expect anything. So, they'll take it. It is a 3-round lead. It's all that K23 now hold. A much, much better start by Monte. You know, the kind of latter part of the first half, the start of the second, is more of what we expected from Monte off the back of how close Mirage actually was. Now, though, full buy for K23. And one that desperately needs a conversion.
Alright, Jim. Watch out, fella. Then cut, chucking in the smoke, flashbang. Oh, he's going for it, Clax! A double kill in the double hall. A smoke to his left. A flashbang maybe to his right, but that Molotov forcing him out. But it's the unorthodox swing. Clax finds another. It's a 3-piece. It's the M4. It's K23's round to lose. X5 going to give it a good look at. Fesser moves away with the C4. But in a 1 versus 4 scenario, I don't think Monte, they're going to be too pleased with that one. They've still got money, they've still got opportunities, but that is a massive knock financially that K23 benefit massively from.
What do they do now as well? I mean, for Fesser alone, he's so cautious of being flanked on the save that it makes it all the more tougher. Bomb plant seems pretty unlikely, and Exapower just pick him off from Temple. Much better from K23. Individual brilliance from Clax. He's been steaming ahead as well. 16 kills to his name. A really, really solid performance. Always in the action. K23 extend the lead to 4 once again. Off the back of it, Monte are going to go for an attack. They know that that was such a hefty investment that it leaves them with very limited economy to work with heading in towards this next round, where it probably have to just ego here. Upgraded pistols at the very most, but no, Fess is going to force buy in. This is so risky. So risky. Demka, Fessa, AK's their name, but the support around it can be minimal. A Galil armor, no or lacking utility. Red Star, I mean, he's got nothing. And Joel's got a Tech 9.
Man, it's such a gamble. It's such a risk from Monte to do this. I mean, they're not the furthest away. Like, I get it. They're only 4 rounds behind. Like, this is quite a close game, scoreline specific. But added context, when you're on T side, when you're on 1900 loss bonus, when it literally is do or die, you can't afford to make these risks if you want to see it to a third. X5 running right into the face of Fessa. His 18th death will not improve on the 6 kills so far. Demka dinked. It's a second kill. Exapower's AWP. K23 just looking good. Looking like they're putting Monte out of their misery.
Double stack over towards bottom ramp. 3 players remain for Monte. But you can more or less make the argument there's 2.5. Demka's got 10 points of HP. And a smoke to his name. It's so difficult for the side to find success here. Red Star is very cautious of a flank. But he turns at probably the worst time. He was holding for it. And now, of course, clax has got some space to work with. This could be dicey. Spotted one. Messy spray. Finds it. Red Star seems unaware. The communication's being made now. Our 2 remaining 50 seconds. Surely it's done.
I mean, he's actually given Red Star an opportunity to move away. Problem is that bomb still in cave. Starting to... I don't know. Are they going to try and rotate? They're going to make the last-ditch effort. K23 think that's the case. Warrow, as soon as he lets rip on this smoke, Finnegan will be calling the troops. Red Star crouching, moving straight out into the jaws of Finnegan. Warrow against 4, finds the first. 20 seconds left. Such an interesting plant position. One that's overlooked by Exapower. One that should be capitalized upon by K23. Now they know where the bomb is. There's only one place Warrow can be. That Molly to try and force him out of the back corner. Clax up close. Should start to tickle him. Clax has found the arm. That's enough to force him out. 12 on the board. A bomb plant is a saving grace. But now Monte restrict their chances even further. It's 4 or they're done.
Crumbling here, Monte. Unfortunate. I mean, again, clax has been the man causing all of the problems. 1 kill to his name, but it's information that is the priority. And a pause at the back of it. K23 rolling that one in just slightly. A force buy in towards that previous round was so risky. And it's become so costly. For Monte, in towards this next. You can only see pistols brought off. They can't even opt for a hero rifle of any sort to be wielded. It will just be Tech 9s, potentially a Deagle if they really want to push the boat out. I actually recommend for Warrow probably just to go for a full eco, right? If he wants to pick up an AWP, he needs to not invest too heavily here. He's actually going to do so, though. Means that ability to pick up an AWP might be slightly limited towards next, depending on loss. But even still, 12-7, a 5-round lead. And with the investment for Monte, you'd expect it to be extended further.
Monte. Another interesting investment. It's quite a deep half bite. Raijin, blind, ready, swings, one, only the one. In fact, Finnegan, he's finding all the kills for K23. And just like a hot knife through butter, K23 dismissive these pistols at an exceptional rate. 13-7, 3 away from knocking out Monte. I think the opportunity certainly was there at the beginning of Mirage all the way up to the end. But Ancient, K23, they've just looked in control.
It's comfortable. It is very comfortable for them. Not expected too much from Monte. You know, for them, in those sort of rounds where their buy is so minimal and they're going so aggressive, it's about bomb plant if they can get it. Maybe a potential dropping a couple of rifles, but not to be. It was very comfortable. Very easy for K23 to make it a 13th on the board and be 3 rounds away, knocking Monte out. And of course, continue their story too, joining the likes of us outsiders that we saw earlier that lost in that 2-2 bracket. For now, though, Few Galils, one AK-47 Warrior. That's all they can wield off the back of that pretty hefty investment too in towards the previous. It is caused a lot of a long-term problem here now.
Rajin, has the read into the boost. It's really good damage. Great nade as well. Joel, 4 points of health. It's a 4v4. And this engagement in middle, Rajin second best. Red Star low. I mean, sure, this is very doable from the man down K23. It's going to have to be the behold of the century, and it's none other than X5, a man that has definitely put money where his mouth is. A man that holds such power. Big responsibilities, though, in this one. A jump up from Finnegan, and he gets the info. That's Demka gone. 3v3, 2 players low. 30 seconds as well. K23, they're going to welcome Monte in. They know time's the restraint. They know time is the issue. As Red Star and Joel eventually release the shift key, X5 could be in for them all. Smoke on top of the molly. Bomb will go down. No one checks the cubby. 1 for X5, 2 for X5. Joel looking for the spam. It's clax in the 1v1. Last player's low. 1 bullet the difference. It's a tap again. Joel just moves out. That's perfect timing from clax. 14-7. No money for the T side. It's a play for overtime or a force buy here that certainly does not look good as K23's investment. I think Monte, they have to go for 8 in a row. Warro doesn't listen. He buys.
Well, I gotta say, it feels dead in the water already. This Monte side are crumbling on towards Ancient. Maybe kind of mentally, slightly kind of tilted off the back of losing. Being so close but so far in towards that previous map. A force buy in, as you mentioned. Warro, Red Star, Galils to their name. Just the pistols for Joel and Fessa and Demq. Gonna try and make a Mac 10 work, but Ryder's got other ideas. Quick trade, excavation gain for Red Star. X5 hot as tails.
Finnegan gonna slip right in though. Time. A virtue at this point. Monte. Very slow, thinking about what their next move is in the 4 versus 4. You've got the lesser weaponry. This is your last chance. They've got to do something, and it's got to stick. K23 in the meantime, double up towards Cave. 1 in middle, 1 on A. With that spare man between the 3 positions, they've gambled correctly on B.
clax, waiting. Time ticking as well, 50 seconds. Damage dealt. Re-swing off the back of it might be ill-advised, and clax actually going to go quite aggro here. This is a smart decision. Do they expect him closer personal? Probably not.
Well, 3 players are out from ramp. It's only Fessa that can deal with it, and he does so. Deagle spammed down through the wall. X5 a brilliant job. As the bomb plant starts to come in, Finnegan trying to line it up, trying to hit the shot. It's not going to happen. Blocked by X5. As they stand still and just tense up, hope no one hits them. They're all right for now. A 3v3, a post plant, something that we haven't seen Monte in for all too long. Haven't really got any util to really smoke off the bomb or molly off angles. There's going to be a lot of manpower to get this retake going. Finnegan, such an idea. He knows Warro lurking in the cubby corner. Doesn't expect it at head height though. He thought he was going to be crouched. Extra powers orb to find another. And they're going to try and hold things down. Get back in. The orb up close. Doesn't hit the no-scope. And Fessa with both. It's an 8th on the board for Monte.
Live to see another day. This story's not done just yet. That forced investment so risky, but it made it work. Failed to convert there, and it more or less gifts K23 a 16 on the board, but not the case. Story is still ever present here. For K23, they themselves can have a bit of financial woes in towards round number 23 because the investment has to be pretty minimal if they want to keep their long-term economy in check. So we just see pistols brought out, and for the CT side, potentially a gamble stack of some sort.
There you go. Exactly that. 4 on B. Letting it rip with these pistols. Looking for the damage, the opportunities, the chances. There surely is 0, and I mean 0 weight, that K23 get a 15th here. Any damage would be good. Demka. Body shots enough to take down Rygent. Bomb making its way towards B. K23 now gamble towards A. Expecting Monte to just have the instant reaction, knowing that they're on pistols, that they're just going to send it the other way. In Red Room, X-Power finds himself 3 players towards A. But this is a 9th on the board for Monte. It's got all the right signals written all over it.
It's better. I mean, it is only the lone buy, but they get that B-side for free. For K23, do they play passive and just see out what they've got in terms of the limited pistols? I don't think it's really even a smart decision. Maybe just try and hunt to cause any problems if they can. Joel needs to be cautious. There's a couple of bodies lurking. Does he expect clax to right? If Finnegan falls, surely it alerts him. Free kill. No. Head on a swivel. Clax to fall as well. Pistols being pulled apart one by one. Expected, to be honest. But for K23, not the damage they were hoping for into this round. So far, a flawless one. For Monte, they haven't taken a point of damage. Now they have.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's one way to introduce K23 getting something. Out on A, the remaining 5-7 of X5. Keeping the KD. Or just trying to be a bit of a nuisance after the bomb detonates. Spotting out Red Star. Taps away. Oh, nearly is as well. Dink at long range. One bullet the difference. Another tack timeout called by Monte. They want to make sure the next step, they know it's a big one. They get this one right.
They get very close there, actually. Very, very close to getting a kill on the end, which would have been very nice. And an AK collect is a real positive, but in the grand scheme, it doesn't matter too much. They do have money to work with heading in towards this next. Tech ball is called by Monte. They started to mount some conversation around a comeback. I mean, it's still very loose terms by all means, but a conversation to be had. Pause to be called in that previous round for Joel. 3 kills the same, just pistols, so we can't take too much from it. What can they do now? An open hands of XT Power, supported by the rifles. Clax have one of his own too. I'm assuming there's one drops on the floor. So, K23 even reaching distance or seeing out the map and the series. Monte trying to push for yet another overtime.
Front cave smoke lobbed in by Warrow from spawn. There you go, Mr. Rushley. That's one that I haven't seen on the old Hey Future Pros. So maybe they have. Thinking about it, actually, I might have seen it. Oh man, it's too many to keep up with. Clax, Dink, first kill, his second. It's got Red Star's name written all over it. X5 forced away by the molly, doubled up in fact by the Monte side. X5 just going to resume the control and attempt elsewhere. It's Temple, another Dink, but it's Fessa that wins the fight. 4 versus 3. Orp versus Orp duel. Extra Power slept on the angle, didn't expect him to be there. Bomb plant, Finnegan does get it. 2 versus 3.
With Fessa falling, it does open the possibility of maybe something happening, but it'd probably just to save out AWP and fall back, right? If you had to be the smart decision here, Finnegan gets spammed through the smoke, so no AWP saved, unless Rygen wants to go and test those waters. The Shark and Festa, though, just keep the M4 in play for K23. Yet another opportunity for them to make something working around, and it crumbles from beneath them. Monte are really now starting to chip away at this deficit quite considerably. I think there's definitely a world in which Monte caused problems in the latter part of this second map, and who knows? Thus far, much better on the T side. K23, there's definitely a couple of alarm bells starting to whir up. For clax as well, if he goes for that second there, the whole round's completely different. The fact he doesn't find it, problematic.
to 10. Poking at the Hornet's nest a little bit. CT side of K23 starting to lose grip of this map. It's not something they should lose, I'll tell you that now. From 14-10, even when the scoreline looks a little close, certainly should be their game to win. It should be a 2-0. All normalities at this point. Of course, Rygen with an M4, everyone else on pistols. Just going to be looking for, I don't know, damage to that T-side economy. They know it's all right. Out in the back of Donut, Rygen, a first. Misspray onto Fessa, though. Cost him his life, 4v4.
P250, not going to find the target. Fessa created space, and Joel will double it down. Boxing now momentarily. The A site vulnerable, and Warren making sure of it. Pistols being put in their place. Well, Rygen does find himself one. It's just consolation kills to what is Monte up to 11. Of course, starting to much more uniformed and seeing this game out. This is a really good resurgence on the T side. Of course, being a slightly more puggy mix as well. The T side, of course, would benefit them. But it is working. Finnegan, does he get himself one? He might actually on the flank.
Did he step? No, clearly not. Demka. Just don't get knifed. Okay, P250. It'll find the kill. AK runs away with it. Now,
Take those.
you know, you wanted to talk about it in the first half. I'll address it myself in the second. In the lifetime of Ancients, all teams, all time, as Finnegan does fall, gives me time to breathe a little bit. All teams, all time, since the birth of Ancient, from 1411, this has happened 1,357 times. 73% of the time, the CT side win. Monte need to slot into the very marginal 27% of the time that it doesn't. If they still want a shot at Rio, as you can see, top middle, yes, a timeout. But I mean, just sitting above Monte's name, as you can see, elimination match. Meaning, loser of this, as it says, eliminated.
Yeah, and of course, on the other side as well, winner, it's not even like they're guaranteed anything. They just go in towards tomorrow's game, the 2-2 splits, where, like we were saying earlier, like we saw earlier, they join the likes of our outsiders. So, it still is a very long road. The tough starts and the best of ones are provided to be quite costly, some of these sides. So, we'll have to wait and see. 14-11. K23 on their map pick on the more preferred CT side. Crumbling a little bit. They need to be careful not to let this one slip. They were so far ahead. So far in the clear. Now Monte are hot on their tails.
Right, Jin. Possessing Cave. As you call it, Jaguar. Some people... I know some people call it Candle, even though I'm pretty sure that's top mid. The entrance to Cave, nonetheless. Trying to be held down by the CT side. Finnegan getting aggressive on long as well. The AWP of Warrow doesn't connect the shot. I think both AWPers respecting each other enough not to re-peek and not to try and re-engage. Instead, play more directionally for a round win rather than for heroics.
Oh. Back over towards mid. Monte. 3 players posted up there, but they're going to be met with surefire. An X5 for the first. Demka, Molly will come through, but Raiden holding on the fort. Makes it 1, but only 1-4-1. And Warriors up, raining off in towards mid, brings the numbers level.
3v3. K23 letting the penny drop a little bit now as well here. 35 seconds. Time. The restraint yet again. Monte leave it late. Exit power. Here's AWP. It needs to provide massively. 2 kills would be good. Feels like that will be the best chance of them winning this round. No flash on long, but a missed first shot. That is detrimental. A second one. He gets spammed down through it as well. Warrow's going to go for the plant. He goes to try and deny. 3v3. 1 from Cave, 2 from CT. Joel versus Clax, a massive engagement. It goes the way of K23. Now, the numbers in favour of the CT side. They can start to apply pressure. Warrow forced into a judgment that only gives another. And it's Fessa 1v3. There's your first. There's your second. Clax, he will deny. Map series elimination point for Monte because K23 have 15.
They're close, so close now, K23, to seeing this one out.
Jeez.
All they did was play the numbers game, but credit, of course, to Fessa. 3 kills to his name. He got incredibly close to making that one of the best clutches we've seen in at least the last couple of days. But as we mentioned, numbers was so prevalent in that one. And especially since Warrior fell, Fessa had to pull off something special. That kill towards X-Power, of course, great too. With the AWP not in play, couldn't quite convert it on towards Clax. Great swing. Map pick. And for K23, map and series points. 1 away from knocking Monte out.
Do or die. Monte will know it. And what could have been a slow CT start for Monte might just haunt their major run dreams. Delay it another half a year. Raijin getting a little jiggle on. Seeing if anyone was out in the double doors towards B. He's given no scent to work with. This time, he's given a big opportunity. That is a marvellous opener for Raijin.
Monte as well. I mean, what do they do now? They're trying to dance back over towards B ramp. Bomb. Post over towards A. It's that same fake that we saw K23 do. They're trying to use a play out of their own book. Finnegan will drop a smoke himself. Does this tempt a rotation? We still see Clax posted up. We know how impactful he's been. And he's not phased just yet. Or maybe he is, actually. He is starting to slowly pull away. If he holds on the fort, he can win the round individually.
I mean, he could. I don't know why we're doubling up in mid. I'm guessing X5's just holding the plat push. There's 2 players of Monte that sit in cave right now. 2 players out towards A. It's so disconnected. At 35 seconds, you shouldn't be this far apart. It should all be a magnetized force. It's X5 that lurks. It's X5 that hunts his prey. Another advantage, another chance, and it's another nail in the coffin. Clax goes for 1, but 1 in this situation might just be enough. If Exapower can connect and deny the plant, it certainly would be over. But now there's been given a slim chance for Joel to work with. But it's a 1 versus 4. It's 1 versus all. And it is K23 that find 2 kills.
No.
Joel, no way. Exapower denies. And it's a sad day in the office for Monte. And it's a glorious one for K23. Bittersweet on the C stream. We welcome another team to 2-2. But we wave goodbye Monte from the RMRs. And that is a story to be told, certainly for K23. A miraculous clutch on Mirage and dominance on Ancient leaves us with 1 more chance to see this CIS side through to the Rio Major. For Monte, it's such commiseration. Honestly, if they took Mirage, I think you come into the game of Ancient a little bit better mindset-wise. K23 going 9-0 up.